Okay, we have a 1750 battle report for you today. It's Dawn of War, and we're playing over two objectives. One objective is in the Eldar deployment zone here. A second objective is in over here, and my opponent is Imperial Guard, as you can see. Only one. This is one troop choice, including that stuff. Is all one troop choice on the table. I think Strawn's in here somewhere. There's some vehicles in here. You're going to see there's lots of tanks in my opponent's army. What am I playing? I'm playing two groups of 5 Dark Reapers with Exarch, fast shot and Eldar missile launcher, Eldrad. 10 Storm Guardians with a Warlock in there, 5 Fire Dragons, 10 Dire Avengers in here, both powers, 5 Dire Avengers in here, and that's about it. So Dawn of War, the only thing on the board for me is Eldrad and his 2 troop choices, which is Transport and his Dire Avenger buddies there. So I don't think I'm going to steal initiative. I'm not going to steal initiative, so my opponent is going to go first. Here we go. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 1, what happened? The whole army rolled on. This guy came on blasting away 18 inches because he's fast, and he popped smoke. So pretty good move there. Everything else just chilled out. That tank tried to see this tank, but couldn't roll. I think maybe with double sixes he might have been able to do it, but who knows. And that was it, so all this stuff moved on. That squad that was back there on the objective, they moved into this vehicle after it moved up. And that is pretty much it. So this is the only thing on the board for me. I'm going to use some powers, and everything else of mine is going to be walking on. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 1, Fortune the vehicle, Fortune the squad. Flew flat out, 18 inches over here. This thing flew flat out from way over here. That has the Storm Guardians. I tried to take a little bit of shooting, so this guy moved up 6 onto the board and tried to see that guy, couldn't see him. They flew over here, tried to see that guy, couldn't see him, so that screwed me. These guys moved up and ran into this thing. These guys moved up and did not run far enough to get into the damn building, so these stupid Dark Reapers are stuck down here. Yeah, what are you going to do, though? And I sense a lot of pain coming my way. Top of turn 2 coming up. Okay, so rounding up top of turn 2 for Imperial Guard. A pretty weird turn. Some bad luck at the start. Tried to do an order and rolled double 6s, so he was in competent command, so it stopped all of his orders. That was kind of bad luck. Some bad luck from shooting against my vehicles. A bunch of shooting into here. Couldn't even get a single penetration on any of my vehicles, or even a single glance. So that was just shocking. Shooting from that, shooting from missiles. That big missile launcher tried to hit my vehicle. It missed and nuked 2 of the guys out of here. We forgot to do forgot to do leadership. So 2 guys died here. A bunch of guys died here from tons and tons of shooting, but eventually the Exarch died up here from just a regular save. So that was crappy. But leadership on these guys, they make it with a 9, and leadership on those guys because we forgot. They make it with a 4. So pretty lucky for my vehicles, not so lucky for the whole point of why I built this army with my Dark Reapers. Already when Exarch is dead, but so be it. And they didn't make it up the climb. But it's on to my turn. Bottom of turn 2 coming up. Okay, rounding up top of turn 2, I guess. So what do? We decided we had to go for broke, so we actually we pop these guys out to nuke that Hellhound, because if that Hellhound lives, he can wipe out any of the things inside these transports if they get wrecked. So I had to kill that Hellhound. Tried to fire the missile up there, connected, but I just couldn't penetrate the flak cannon's armor. These guys were able to fire. I actually ended up fortuning this vehicle, dooming the guys with autocannons there. These guys fired in, got 2 wounds, killed 1 base, and they ran off the table. So that was helpful. We need some help now. Flat out over here. Flat out over here. You see this little vehicle formation going on, so we can assault through our little hole, but you know, keep rocking there. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. So fortune on both vehicles. This guy over here fired and managed to wreck that Chimera. Those guys popped out, but they're fearless, so we just wrecked that thing. And yeah, I see, saw him over there. And that is that. So on to bottom of turn. Sorry, top of turn 3. That was bottom of turn. That was bottom of turn 2. This is top of turn 3. Okay, so rounding up this barrage turn. I'm just getting slaughtered here. But at least we survived to fight. Top of turn 3, I think this was. So this guy had fortune. These guys had fortune. Bring it down, or some kind of order that makes me reroll successful saves. I actually made some saves here, but then eventually, I think like a single plasma pistol took this guy down, wrecked him. Some single missile got through here, wrecked this guy. They were not pinned. Then, that jerk of a tank, we're inside his minimum range, so there's no way he would have been allowed to target us. So smartly, he targeted these guys. And what happens? He rolls 3 missiles, so he rolls the maximum, and it drifts exactly towards me, where he wouldn't have been able to attack me with his weapon, but it drifts towards me, kills like 8 guys here, kills 2 or 3 guys there, Eldrad's down to 2 wounds now. Just totally brutal. And then we had to make pinning checks, but mercifully we passed them both again. We passed our leadership checks on both because a ton of shooting from stuff. Shooting from here, shooting from that tank. That tank direct hit. Hit with all 3 and wounded with all 3 heavy bolters. But our fortune saved us there, thankfully. So we're still actually putting up a fight. Unfortunately, 2 of my flamers died from all the wounds shenanigans, but the Warlock with the heavy flamer lives. Dear God, what a nightmare. What happened over here? Vendetta finally showed up and went flat out. He's going to be trying to contest that objective permanently there. We're going to see what we can do against him. Shooting on these guys from somewhere, but luckily they didn't die. Luckily my vehicle's still alive here, so I can still use him for something. But yeah, so we need this to count. I knew these guys were probably going to get wrecked, but I need this to count. So we're going to see what happens. Bottom of turn 3 coming up. Okay, just a mid, I don't even know what turn it is anymore. Bottom of turn 3 now?
Yes.
Bottom of turn 3 wrap up. They managed to make it in there into combat after shooting a few guys, so we're going to have an interesting combat starting there with Eldrad, his fortuned unit. Round up this fiasco of a turn. Okay, so what happened here? We won combat, we killed like 6 or 7 guys, but they were stubborn. We lost 2 guys despite defend there, so, but anyways, so we did win that combat. We're stuck out over there. Oh, what a fiasco of a turn, though. So these guys roll to move because they were in terrain slightly. Double ones. I'm not even close to even like flame even one guy. So I decided to run. I run like 2 inches. No good. So they're just dead and useless. Over here, these guys moved 5 inches. This thing moved behind him to give him cover. I fired in here. 2 guys were in melter range. Only 1 penetration, even though I got 2 hits from meltas, from the ones that were double dice range. And then the 3 guys back there, 1 hit that wasn't in, out of the 3 guys that weren't in double dice range, 1 hit only, didn't even do anything to him. And he made his cover save against the 1 penetration. This entire vehicle fired in here. I think got 2 or 3 penetrations against him. Didn't matter. He made all the cover saves. Fired the Exarch with 2 missiles into here. Missed on 1 of them, even though he hits on a 2+. And then didn't even do anything with the 2nd missile. I doomed that unit there. Doomed those guys. These guys, because they have no Exarch with the missile anymore, fired into there. But he made 3 of his saves. He had 3 cover saves, made them all. This thing fired against that vehicle there, missed twice though. Tried to hit with the missile against that flat cannon, missed on on its rerollable shot. Just brutal all around, man. Brutal all around. But we did win combat there at least, so we're starting to chop through that unit. I'm doing my best. But here we are, back in a bit. Top of turn 4, what happened? So, we kept fighting in there. We put 5 wounds into that squad. They managed to kill 2 of us in turn, even with defend. They charged in. 1 flamer died from dangerous terrain as they went over the wreck. What happened over here? These guys came in. This guy's running away. The squad got gunned down by a bunch of stuff. He somehow survived, but he ran away. He only ran 5 inches, so he might be able to flame that thing. We'll see, because you can still shoot when you're running. Over here, fluky scatter. Tried to nuke here. Again, got D3, got 3 from that mana core. Scattered beautifully, so nuked 2 guys here. Killed 2 of those guys. Luckily, nobody was pinned. Nobody ran away from leadership. This thing got shot, so it can't shoot next turn, unfortunately. That's really going to put trouble on me. But we're on to bottom of turn 4. Also, forgot to mention, this thing is immobilized from some shooting somewhere. Something immobilized. Okay, bottom of turn 4. Fiasco continues. I moved these guys up here. I moved that vehicle because it couldn't shoot. After unloading these guys onto the area train, I moved this out to give them cover. They fired in here. 1 guy was in melt range. 2 guys were out. Didn't matter. He made all of his cover saves there. I think 2 cover saves made. This guy over here fired his missiles into there, got 1 more penetration, made his cover saves again. This guy's made something like 12 or 13 cover saves this game. Unbelievable against penetrations. This guy is running. He ran 5 inches. He managed to clip that guy with a flamer, but it didn't matter, so he's going to keep running. He's probably going to be removed from the board soon, but I don't know. If these guys fly in here, maybe I'll get lucky and be able to do something with them. Otherwise, what happened? Yeah, that guy just moved up there. Over here, we won combat again. No wounds taken by anything on my side. We killed 2 guys, so a couple guys died here from combat crumbling, and those guys still have stubborn 9s, so they stuck around. So we're on to top of turn 5. Okay, wrapping up really quick now. We won combat spectacularly again. No wounds caused against us. Killed 4 guys. Strachan took a wound from crumbling. One of his buddies crumbled away from fearlessness. This jerk over here with his leadership 9 and stubborn stuck around, though he's the last guy left in his unit. What else did I do? What else happened against me, rather? This thing is now can't shoot and is immobilized. These guys, this thing flew out flat over here. They tried to pop out with like a grav dump. They flew over here. A couple guys died from dangerous terrain. They blew away all 3 of my dudes, my fire dragons. That sucks. That jerk of a tank fired in here. Luckily, this area train killed only 2 guys. We forgot to do leadership. Let's see if my leadership will stick around or not. I just stick around with a 9, 5 and 4. And this guy's running away. We'll see what happens. We have to finish it now, unfortunately. It's bottom of turn 5, but okay, just rounding up. We have to end the game here. We're not even going to roll for bottom of turn 5 just because we have to clean up the stores closing. We ended up crushing these guys again. Strachan is down to 1 wound after we killed everything else. We took no wounds in return, but it doesn't matter because this stupid Falcon, what happened? 1 penetration got through, and again, all game, 1 penetration. I think that was maybe his second or third, to be fair. Penetration all game wrecks this guy, so I can't contest over there. Yeah. Over here, those guys are toast. This guy kept running, and he actually managed to flame a bunch of guys, but there's 1 guy left there. This guy's irrelevant. Now, this guy moved down just to be on this contesting here. This guy had his 1 chance to nuke this thing, put another penetration through, but again, he made his cover save. This vehicle did not fail a single cover save, something like 14 or 15 penetrations on that guy. Really brutal. What are you going to do? But yeah, because we're ending it here, it's actually 1-0 for Imperial Guard because I wasn't able to shoo this vehicle off my objective, and I wasn't able to contest that one, even though I was fighting those jerks for so long. But it was a good battle, my friend.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.